Welcome back to Darkest Dungeon. We're about to start a new expedition here. We're doing the second campaign again.
I understood your eagerness to build a reputation, and it pained me greatly to hold you back. The crossroads, a place between places.
Alright, who are we going to pick this time? Haven't really thought this through. I don't think we're going to take the Vestal again. To be completely honest, I was expecting a bit more out of this character. The skill set is a bit awkward. Lots of supports, but the skills require some synergies I haven't figured out yet. I do want to try the Flagellant.
Zealotry, an undying blight upon the soul.
We could try the Hellion.
Beneath bloodlust and fury, there is emptiness and shame.
Occultist could be useful. Man-at-Arms as well, however we're not gonna be very mobile. Grave Robber.
Avarice slips unseen into the catacombs of the mind.
And the Plague Doctor.
Indiscriminate science stains the surgeon's hands.
Doesn't feel like particularly powerful, but would be worth trying. Do I want the Hellion? Well, then again, we probably need her in the first rank. Yeah, okay. We're not gonna make it far with this party, but that's alright. It's part of the game.
This was a beautiful place once. What a pity.
Failing measure.
The point of no return welcomes you with open arms.
So be it, he says.
You see, even your valley is not immune to the spreading stain.
Now, what can we use here? Flashing daggers. We have 4 of these. Thankfully no widow. 2 damage? I'm surprised he didn't miss. Okay, Flagellant.
Let us hope to finish this quickly.
Should I try the Iron Swan? Why not? Good, that took care of it.
The fiend's strength dwindles.
Nice of it to come forward so I can kill it. There's a dagger and...
A petty hindrance.
Okay. Resisted. They're definitely dealing a lot of damage. Okay, the Plague Doctor. We are going to get a turn, which is good.
A fortune in memories, long forgotten. There are yet places such as this, where a little light still gathers.
The Torch and Crown. Hey, not bad at all.
Spend what you can, for wealth no longer has meaning. If indeed it ever did.
Okay, we're definitely going to need some positive relationship
Planning
chance.
and mindfulness, as vital to survival as sharpened steel.
Don't have much to equip.
Experience, however painful, is the greatest teacher of all.
Okay, the damage on this one is somewhat disappointing. The blinding gas could be good. Bolden also. Endure, yep. Okay, we're gonna purchase some whiskey.
Something to ease the rigors of the road.
I think we're going... well, we're going to the Photor again.
The farms and fields of our kingdom, overrun with putrescence and rot.
Still haven't figured out how to pronounce it. Okay, not much else to improve the affinities. Which is unfortunate. Trap. Should we buy some of these traps? Could try some bread. Leaf suspension. Yeah, why not?
Anything that lets us travel further is worth the cost. Everywhere in ruin. Everywhere in need.
We're not gonna last long, so let's try what we can find. I'm hoping for some hero shrines. Looking forward to the Hellion story.
The rancid crop grows unchecked and abhorrent.
Watchtower, yes. I do want to scout what I can.
The loathing whispers. Everywhere, in all directions, destruction has claimed dominion.
Okay, I don't really want to get it more loathing. There's a lair. Could try to fight the boss, or we could try the hero shrine. We're almost guaranteed to fail this boss. Then again,
Stumbling and grasping, shadows of what they once were.
we can figure out what we need to do now so we can prepare better on the next run. He's going to get stealth. Unfortunate. Okay, have high hopes for the blind.
Incremental, but deadly all the same.
Did not miss. Can really target. Could target this one. No, resisted again. Okay, we managed to hit this time. Did we... Hold on. The yips. Oh, that's a horrible one. Naturalize good, but... Okay. There's a death blow. Can't take care of it. Then again, I'd rather use the iron swan.
Excellent work.
Okay, he's done. There we go. Was hoping for some stress reduction, but we're gonna have to move stress
Feel
to the
the flame.
flagellant.
Burning brightly for all the world to see. By confronting the past, we learn to face the future.
So what's the Hellion story?
Hellion, Chapter 1, The Eve of Glory. She was young to join the war band, but any who challenged her readiness were met with clenched fists and violent indignation. Having bloodied the last of her detractors, the matter was considered finally settled. On the eve of battle, she joined her clanmates in a raucous celebration, her stein and her spirits overflowing with abundance.
I see. Bleed out. Okay, the damage doesn't look that good, and we're going to get one of these winded, these tokens. 4 bleed points. Okay. %33% damage and -3 speed.
An elementary problem, is it not?
Yeah, let's die to the boss. Should be fun.
I trust you have calculated your odds carefully. This will not be easy. Beware what awaits you inside.
The Harvest House. Elite enemies, really?
The landowner's manor. Do you hear the child's cries?
Got 2 butchers, 2 livestock. They have a lot of HP. 9 points of damage, really? Okay. They're healing. They have very high blight resistance, which is not going to work well with this party. $18 damage. That seemed a bit excessive, don't you think? Okay. Yeah, resisted.
On to the next.
Well said.
The enemy weakens and wanes.
We should be able to take care of it. Then again, it might be worth... Hold on. Should I slide them forward? I think I should. Okay, we're getting shuffled around. That's fine, though. Can I heal? Just a little bit. Blinded again. Unfortunate.
A miscalculation, perhaps. The smallest variable can make all the difference.
Whose idea was to place elite enemies here? Hopefully it's gonna miss. No, it didn't. Can I heal? No.
Another
Okay, round
impediment,
2.
cleared with impunity.
Oh, this is horrible. We have a lord and 2 ladies. And I can't decide which one is worse. Yeah, they have so high blight resistance. This is not gonna be good. Hoping for a crit. That's a lot of blight. It's probably gonna die. "12, okay. That's a bit better. 5. And can't really blind. Can I heal anybody? Just myself.
A promising development.
Okay, do I want to slide them forward? Actually, no. That's a lot of damage. So the Lord is going to slide them forward. Who should I go after first? Death's Door. Yeah, I was afraid that was going to happen. It's gonna be a nasty blight. Okay, I have to take care of it.
The unrelenting application of violence yields morbid gains.
Okay, another absinthe. Can heal a bit.
A small foundation of trust.
Six damage, that's... Toe-to-toe, no. We're gonna try the hack. Hopefully, we're gonna get a turn before the lady. Can I heal again? No. A buff, 25% damage. Could try to heal a bit. Can't really move. Oh, that's a shame. Okay. Got a lot of items here. The Harvest's Bounty. 25 inventory slots. There's a strong box. Corrupting Cleaver. I doubt we're going to win, but let's try to figure out what mechanics take place here. Don't even know what the boss is called.
The harvest is here. Pity those with a place at the table.
Harvest Child. I see.
Cooperation is the key.
120 health. So 2 piles of putrid meat. Now there's fetid meat and putrid meat. Should I be attacking those first? What is this? Hunger overwhelms. Okay. She's gonna slide forward. I don't think that's a good thing. This is not good.
An opportunity. Squandered.
Oh, they're gonna be moving forward constantly. That is not good at all. So blight resistance is really high. We should get burning or bleeding here. Should keep that in mind next time. Feed the hunger. We're gonna... What? Okay.
The siren song of the void. Spurned for now.
Don't want to take any more damage. We could heal with this one. Could heal a bit. Can try blinding gas. That's a lot of damage. And we have bleeding on us. Unfortunate.
A brilliant conclusion.
We're gonna need so much damage for this. Death's Door again. We can't really use... I was hoping on using the medicine.
Incremental, but deadly all the same.
7 damage.
Steady yourself.
Yeah, with all the damage over time, I doubt we're gonna be doing much.
She sought a glorious end and found it.
Can we destroy the meat at least? No, the damage is...
Stupendous! The slow suffering begins.
Okay, so death blow is possible and they also
The
disappear.
sum total of violent equation, unfavorably rounded down.
But we're gonna need some serious damage here. He became toxic. Of course, they're so resistant that Does it really matter? Can't really try Fester. Yeah, there's no corpse left.
An interminable conflict.
Bro. You know, for the first fight, we didn't do that bad. We definitely cannot use Blight here, though. The Flagellant is probably the worst option. Then again, the Plague Doctor is also a terrible one.
A master stroke.
That's another death blow.
At last,
Unfortunate.
the thing is finally passed on.
Okay, almost over.
A brilliant conclusion.
Once again, teetering on that terrible precipice. She
And there we
fades
go.
into the shadows for the last time.
We could try killing the boss, though. I have an idea about a
Knowledge
card
and
decomposition.
experience. Twin yardsticks of progress.
I think we're gonna have to bring possibly the runaway.
While the flame still burns, hope remains.
Okay, not much to unlock here.
Spare a thought for tools of iron. Such implements will serve us well.
We got a steel plating. Hey, that's not a bad one.
A welcome advancement in the science of survival.
Almanac, the Tangle. 15% damage. Is that going to make a difference, really? Somehow I doubt it.
The road calls once more to its dark passenger.
The house on the borderlands, half swallowed by the stain.
I understood your eagerness to build a reputation, and it pained me greatly to hold you back.
The crossroads, a place between places.
So realistically, who are we going to need? I think that Jester is going to be very good here because of the bleeding.
A murderous melody lingers, long after the final chord has been struck.
And the combos. The Vestal can remove a lot of the effects. Huh. The Jester can also be used to move characters that that have the debuff that causes them to slide forward so that they can feed. Yeah, Searing Strike is probably a good one. Firefly as well. Especially if we have combos on it. So we're taking Bonnie here. We can rename, we can choose random names. Okay.
Nothing remains, save a burning will to survive.
Who's gonna be healing though? The Occultist perhaps? I doubt it's gonna be enough. Could try the Man-at-Arms. Or the Highwayman. And again, we don't have enough combos for all these. Or even the Leper.
Making peace with adversity is the very essence of existence.
You know, I kind of like this one. It's called the Butcher Circus. That's fun. Okay. Should probably keep Slice Off. You know what? I think Harvest is gonna be a bit better. We do get a chance to add a combo. Do we need to ransack? Perhaps. Instead of Heartlight, sure. She can move back, that's good. The healing is somewhat limited here. Unfortunate, but we're gonna just try the boss, even if we fail. All that happens is we get to try again.
Onward once again, though all the world's horrors bar the way.
Got some trinkets.
The point of no return welcomes you with open arms. You see, even your valley is not immune to the spreading stain.
Okay, 4 of the annoying ones. The inn is up ahead. Might as well just try to get rid of all of them.
Incremental, but deadly all the same.
Okay, these should take care of themselves. What was it? Okay. That grid was actually important. It's going to die, so we're left with 1. Weekend good.
The enemy weakens and wanes.
Try harvest. Did not add a combo, that's okay though.
One less obstacle in our path. Are you shaken? There is so much worse in store. The fire is lit. The table is set. The inn awaits its favorite guests.
Okay, there we go.
Good. An improvement.
We're not going to the tangle, so that really isn't important.
Learn what can be taught, that you may stand just a little taller at the end.
Definitely want Fade to Black improved. Weird reconstruction. Sort of feel we need Chop as well. It's a major source of damage. Searing Strike also pretty important. Run and Hide is going to heal us. Yeah, that's definitely good. Let's try Searing Strike here.
Conventional fare, but fairly priced.
Okay, the stimulants. Not bad. I'm gonna buy the bear traps though. Iron Brazier, not really. Shrine map. Bleeding Resistance. Yeah, thank you. And equip that. Might as well get the shrine map.
Each improvement, a new variable in the equation of your fate.
Yep.
It cannot fight, but perhaps it can calm.
Okay, we got the whiskey, we've got blight resistance, but stimulants can also be useful at the boss. So here we are. Can give that to the jester. Stimulants. There's a bleed. Let's try it.
The rancid crop grows unchecked and abhorrent.
Have we scouted any shrines? Unfortunately, no. There's one here. It's gonna lead to a boss. Okay, it doesn't look that bad. Loathing or an unknown encounter. I'm gonna take our chances. Okay, we do have a couple of trinkets. Relics, rather. I want a salve, but at the same time... are we gonna be on fire? I don't think so. Thanatophobia. That could be a problem. Yeah, I'm gonna buy some salves, and what else? No, I think that's it.
The loathing whispers.
The void is restless. Okay, whose turn is it? Let's try the runaway this time.
Chapter 2. Beloved.
So this is after she escaped from the orphanage? At least I think it is.
Good fortune is a rare and wondrous thing. She straggled from place to place, drenched and hungry, until a kindly woodsman and his wife happened upon her. Childless themselves, they welcomed her into their home, where she warmed herself in the glow of their hearth and hearts.
So we get a mastery point, and what do we get? Cauterize. Only useful if you're actually bleeding. Then again, I do want to try it. Instead of ransack. Yeah, okay. Removing bleeding is also gonna be important. Oh, we're gonna hit another loathing.
The loathing festers. Steel yourself. The hulking horror inside will not fall easily.
Before the horror, we have to deal with 2 more fights.
The enemy weakens and wanes.
That's a good thing. Okay, that blind is good. I'm glad it missed because it's gonna deal massive amounts of damage. Do I want to pull it forward? Perhaps. This one is done. We can't really blind it, which is unfortunate. Okay, we can... They were not elite this time. There's a lord and two of the beasts. I think I'm gonna weaken probably the livestock.
On to the next.
Okay, really good. Hopefully it's gonna miss. It didn't. I don't think I like this. Okay, I think the leopard can take care of the beast. Yeah. Can try to blind it. Yeah.
The work continues.
Could move ourselves forward. Or try and hit.
The mind's grasp grows tenuous.
Hoping for a miss. Okay, unfortunate. We're gonna have to heal. Definitely gonna have to heal. And try a blind. That's not good. The leper might miss. Then again, what options do we have? Not many. Eight. That is not good. We can't really heal like this. Could try to go back. I probably should heal 10 points. Okay, the boss is gonna be next. I should probably use the jester to move the leper forward. Oh, we're already
Born
ascended.
to a corpulent,
Never mind.
half-eaten mother, the child is a ravenous avatar of degeneracy.
Never mind. Could try weakening it. Also the stimulants. Yeah, probably should try the stimulants. Run away first. Yeah. Missed. Oh, that's not what we want to do. Oh, he also...
agony, by accumulation.
Oh, we can't really target right now. Can try the salve here.
A small foundation of trust.
Oh, the sliding forward, really not a good idea. Abyssal artillery. Yeah, this one is blind, that's not a good. Okay, it's gonna slide forward. Let's try the harvest here. Oh, we get to... Yeah, we're gonna have to feed again. Oh, we have to feed again. Artillery, I'd rather try healing a bit. Oh, that's another bleed. Oh, he's gonna slide forward again. Okay, we really lose so many turns, it's not looking good at all. Could try the bear trap. Okay, that's a decent bleed. Should take care of it. Okay, that miss. Okay. It was decent. Could try the stimulants here. Who do I need to heal? Realistically, everyone. Already at death's door. Okay. I'm gonna try the maw, sure. Oh, we can't really use cauterize because we slide forward to feed. Yeah, the death blow was a positive one.
He was mourned.
That death blow was unfortunate.
Now he is
The leper didn't last long. I doubt we can actually deal with it. I think the previous fight was somewhat better. Too much feeding going on here. Then again, the only other option is to try and blind the meat stacks. I don't really like the way the fight went.
Extinguished. She can run no further.
That's enough running. Okay, I think the best option is to try and form another party. The question is, the constant feeding becomes a problem, but there's no real way to deal with them. When the Harvest Child is on the front rank, it's going to use the powerful attack. Deals, what, 10 to 15 damage?
Let us take a closer look at the thing, as repulsive as it is.
You could try to moving the targets of the special ability back, but at the same time, they get a turn, and they're almost on the first rank. It's gonna take a lot of micromanagement. The bleeding also hurts. So the putrid meat is going to target the first two. So I'm guessing this is the worst one. Having it on the characters in the back is somewhat more manageable because even if they move forward, you can move them back. The ones at front, though, can only avoid it maybe if the Harvest Child is in the front.
What can we learn upon closer inspection?
Yeah, the Maws of Life is going to move it back. There's so much shuffling around, you rarely get to do any actual damage to the boss. This was the case also with the Dreaming General. You had to be constantly attacking the vines in the back. It became more of a managing back row attacks instead of dealing damage. You would deal damage slowly, but that's about it. It was more of a mechanic you had to deal with. On this one, though, maybe starting the Jester up front, so he can use Fade to Black more, to blind. Debuff resistance is not really high. Okay, we're gonna have to think about this one. Maybe it's best if we find some hero shrines first.
Try and try again. You will
Because then we're gonna have a
a
few more skills to deal with these attacks. I still feel that enemies deal way too many effects and sort of unique.
How many souls are lost forever in this lightless obscurity?
And unique, not sure what to call it, like the hunger, like the general vines. It feels as if I'm not really equipped to dealing with all these. We need to slowly unlock the heroes. What do we want to try and do here? Combat items, trinkets, stagecoach. Let's try the inn items.
Every twinkling recollection is another implement at our disposal.
Creative insults. Okay, we have a chance to get a taunt token. Really situational.
New instruments will help us diagnose the world's affliction and overcome it.
So we got a decent chance to get both strength and the dodge. The chance of stress, is that one-time effect at the end? Yeah, the menus and the way you have to read these in this game really confusing at
A
times.
drop of sanity in a sea of madness.
Apply daze on hit and speed on miss. Yeah, the usual useless trinkets.
A welcome advancement in the science of survival.
And we gain blind on miss. Get a chance of dodge. This could be useful on a leper. Since he can ignore miss. Okay, Claude and Cruer. Here's the Book of Insults. Mop and Bucket.
Sanctuary, as fleeting as a dying star.
Alright. I think it's a good place to end the episode. Hope you're enjoying Darkest Dungeon. Thank you for watching, especially if you watched it until the end. And hopefully I'm gonna see you in the next episode. No idea what we're gonna do though. We're gonna have to figure that out.